Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and if you have pre-ordered the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or 10 Plus, you're going to want to watch this video, because today we're going to take a look at a goodie box that we just received from Spigen that has cases for the 10 and the 10 Plus. Let's check it out. So if you're like me and you've placed your pre-order for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or 10 Plus, you're going to want a case when you receive that phone on August 23rd. So today we're going to give you a first look at cases that are available that you can pre-order for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and 10 Plus, and these are all from Spigen. Let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now in this video, we're going to be using the sample phone that's going to give us a look and feel on what kind of screen protection you could expect and how the overall look and feel will be when you get your Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or 10 Plus. So let's get right to it. Now before we take a deep dive into the rugged armor case, which is our first case, one thing that you'll find on all these Spigen cases is that you're going to get great drop protection. You're going to get great grip when holding your phone, so it's not going to slide out of your hand easily, and also it's going to give you a superior fit. So the first one that we're going to look at here is the rugged armor, and this is a TPU case, and you'll notice that it has a pattern right here in the middle. This pattern helps disperse impact in the event that your phone is dropped. You'll also notice in the back that it has kind of like a carbon fiber look. With almost, it's a metal looking like surface, but it is a TPU, flexible TPU. So this is going to give you drop protection, and it's going to be something that is going to be ultra thin. So notice what the case looks like. We'll have it here in this angle. You can notice on the sides how you have that grippy surface. On this side, you can see you have your buttons, easy to access. On the back, you'll notice the kind of depth that you're going to get with your camera. Right, so that's pretty nice and crispy there. And then over here, you'll notice that you have your mics, and on the bottom, you have your cutout for your stylus, as well as your pinhole mic. Everything looks really nice. And from a screen perspective, we're going to put this in an angle. You'll notice how much the actual case comes above the actual screen itself. So this is going to give you some awesome screen protection, even though this is a very, very thin case. So notice how this lip comes up on the sides. So this is going to be great for those of you who are not fans of having a case, but would just like something to protect your phone. Now the next case we're taking a look at here is the Neo Hybrid, and the Neo Hybrid is a two-part case, and as we look at it, it's a little bit thicker than the previous case that we took a look at just a couple seconds ago. It has that same pattern in the inside, but the material gets a little bit thicker, and you can see that as you're looking at all these corners. But what it also has is a combination of a polycarbonate frame. You can see that frame right here, this treatment, and that's going to give you additional structural integrity. On the back, you have this nice pattern. It has a matte finish to it, and let's go ahead and put in our S10 Plus so you can see how this looks. So all you do is you slap it into place really easily, and then once again you'll see you have great screen protection. So you have that great bumper, and the bumper goes on the sides as well. You'll notice the back, how deep that camera protection is. So this is fantastic. That's pretty awesome there. You'll notice that you have, again, your cutouts, and you notice how deep this is, right? So you can see how deep this is. This is going to give you great drop protection, and you notice that the sides right here have this extra polycarbonate material that's going to give you that nice protection. And you notice that everything is cut out nicely, and then over here you have your buttons also that come out nicely. Now, all of these cases are going to support wireless charging, so if you're concerned about that, don't worry about it. This is going to also work with Samsung Pay. I have yet to find a case from Spigen that doesn't support that. So don't worry, everything here is going to work. So this is, again, the Neo Hybrid. Now the next case we're going to take a look at is called the Liquid Air. And as we take a look at the Liquid Air, this is also a TPU case, very flexible, but still, as we squeeze the sides, you'll notice how it doesn't collapse easily. So that's what you're looking for, because it's going to have really great support. Same pattern in the inside, and the back, it has kind of like this matte finish, which is kind of cool looking. We're going to go ahead and put our Note 10 Plus in there, and then take a look at this is what it will look like. Notice how nicely that camera is going to be protected. Great depth. It has a little angle in there that's going to prevent any kind of back flashing. You notice right here you have all the appropriate cutouts, and you can see the depth that you have there. So it has great depth. Here are your buttons, and they're easily defined. Everything is nicely accessible here. And then your pinhole mics. And just all in all, this is another really nice thin profile case that has great screen protection. You can see right here how much space there is between the screen and actually the tip of this this lip going all the way around, and you see that on the sides as well. So this is a great option also for those of you who are looking for another thin case. Now the next case we're going to take a look at is the Tough Armor, and the Tough Armor happens to be one of my favorite cases. So the Tough Armor is made out of a combination of TPU material and the polycarbonate, but it includes also a kickstand, as you can see here. Now this material is going to be thicker, so as we flip this case over, you'll notice that it has this really cool pattern inside here, and what you'll see is that this material is much thicker. So as we squeeze the sides, you're having super nice thick material that's not going to prevent it from collapsing. You can notice how you have great bumper protection. On the side here, if I open up this kickstand, this is how it's going to come out. And you'll notice that it's kind of loose, but don't worry about it, because as soon as you put your phone in here and you use the kickstand, it kind of becomes a lot more stable. Now, if I take our phone, we're going to put our Note 10 Plus in there. You'll notice that, again, you're getting that great screen protection with superb bumper protection. So you have that raised really nicely. You can see that over here, and then you can see how that bumper protection goes across. You'll notice how the buttons are here. So here you have kind of a tactile, different approach with the texture, and then you have your volume buttons right here. On the top, your mics are there, but then you have kind of like this bumper protection on each side, and then over here you have your stylus, as well as that bumper protection, and the camera. Look at how deep that is. So I'll put this in an angle for you guys to see right there. Great deep protection. Notice how deep that's going to go. It's going to really protect your screen, the actual glass for your camera in the back. And in the event that you put your phone down, you shouldn't experience any damage. If I open this up, I can put the phone just like this, and that's what the kickstand is going to look like and work. And once again, 6.8 inches of beautiful screen that you're going to be able to just use this little kickstand to watch any movie that you'd like. And again, this is a case that in my past always works with the wireless charging as well. Now, before putting this case away, one other thing that I wanted to highlight here is that these points that you see here on the side and on the inside are extra protection. It's almost like a memory foam material. Let's see if this comes on camera. I'm going to squeeze down, and you notice how it comes up. Let me do that again. So each one of these areas is giving you an extra protection. So you have that memory foam type material in the inside, here, 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 and here, that's going to give you that extra protection in the event that you do drop your phone. This is new. I've not seen this before in the Tough Armor series before, so this is definitely a double thumbs up. This is going on my Note 10 Plus. Now the next case we're going to take a look at is another Tough Armor, now this next case is a Slim Armor case, and you'll notice that it has a nice pattern in the inside absorbing that impact, but you notice that here on the sides it's kind of has this you know, like bevel that goes in somewhat on the sides. So what's this for? So first of all, you'll notice that it's very thick material again. It doesn't collapse easily, but then as we flip this over, it has a compartment for credit cards. That's cool. So we're going to go ahead and put our phone inside, and we'll look at all the features and see how this credit card function works. So here we have again, same great screen protection that we saw with the bumper protection on each side. You can notice how here you have these the buttons come out really nicely. Look at that. Fantastic, fantastic screen protection for your camera. Notice how deep that is. And then what we then have is the ability to store some cards. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some cards in here, so just so you can see how this looks. So here I have some cards. One of my favorite stores, Best Buy. This is how it opens, and then what you can do is just take out your card. So I have 2 cards in here. I think you could probably fit a third here, and just lock that up. Once we get the Note 10, the actual Note 10 in the studio, we'll do a wireless charging case on this, so we'll review this one more time, or I'll update it in the comment area below. So you can fit 3 cards. Definitely you can put like one of those work IDs that you use maybe to badge into the office, or a gym membership card, or a credit card or driver's license if that's what you'd want. Now, for those of you who are curious about the protection that you see in the bottom, look how thick this material is, and you can see how deep the grooves are. We'll do the same thing on this side. It's just a great case. You really can't go wrong with Spigen. Now, the next case we're going to take a look at here is the Ultra Hybrid. Now, the neat thing about the Ultra Hybrid is that it's a clear case, and it's a clear case that's made out of a couple materials. It has a polycarbonate back with TPU sides, and as I squeeze the sides, look at this. It is solid. This is going to be a fantastic case for those of you who went with the blue, or the one that I showed you that was kind of like shimmering. That's the one that Nilda and I ordered. So this is going to show off the color. I'm not going to remove the plastics that we have here, because once we get the phone in, we're going to go ahead and use this case. So we'll do a follow-up to this video when we look at clear cases that are going to show off the color. So take a look at this. See how it's going to showcase your color? So this is going to do a fantastic job. It's really going to draw the attention to that phone. And you also have the kickstand, which is, again, fantastic. Here, look at this. It's magnetic as it opens, and it's going to give you, again, that nice viewing angle. Over here, you have good screen protection. You can see how it's above on the sides, and you can see how you have your bumpers. Look at the generous cutouts that you have. And at the top, everything looks great. And in the back, look at that camera protection. Definitely a thumbs up if you're getting one of those really cool colors. Now, we just finished taking a look at the Ultra Hybrid S. So that's the one with the kickstand. And what we're going to look at now is the Ultra Hybrid. Now, they're very similar in the construction and also the fact that they're clear, but this one does not have a kickstand. So if you're not a kickstand fan and you don't really care to have one, you could go with this version, but it's also going to give you, again, the same type of protection, polycarbonate back, TPU sides, really crush-proof sides, but it's then going to also showcase the color you have. So if you have the red, you have the blue, or you have, again, the one that has that great shimmering back, this is going to be the case for you. As you can see, you have great camera protection, all the same features that we saw earlier, great screen protection as well, but the key here is going to show off the color of your phone. Now, the next case we're going to take a look at here is the Thin Fit. Now, the Thin Fit, it's ultra thin, but it's also made out of a polycarbonate material. So you can see, this is polycarbonate, but this is really designed to be a minimalistic case. Now, this case also supports that magnetic clamp that you use where if you want to be able to attach this to your GPS, if you have one of those magnetic ones, the little metal piece goes here, and then as you insert your phone, all you do is you snap it into place. And again, this is what the back looks like. So it has this matte, nice finish. It's kind of soft feeling. It's actually very nice. And then you have here your camera protection. Notice the bottom still gives you some decent protection. You can see how high the material is here. You can see how this looks right here. The pinhole mic. Your volume rocker is kind of recessed, which is nice. Screen protection is a little bit minimal, but it's still there. So you can see how much it comes up here on each side. And then the bumper protection is there, and it has kind of like an air gap on each side that's going to help with any kind of drops. Now, the last case we're going to take a look at is the liquid crystal. Now, this is a TPU flexible, but it's a clear TPU case, which is going to showcase, again, the color of your note. So take a look at what that's going to look like. So this is, again, you'll be able to see through, has great protection. You can see the depth there, has also screen protection. You can see how high this raises, and then you can see the material it has on its side. Pinhole mic, everything there. You can see how much material is there based on the depth, and also where the S Pen is, and you can see that as well. So all in all, guys, that is the series of cases from Spigen. Again, first look, this is what it's going to look like on your phone. Again, you can't go wrong with this brand. You have great protection, see-through protection, kickstand type cases. Love to hear which one you're going to pick up for your Note 10 or 10 Plus. I'm going to be going with the Tough Armor with the kickstand, but I'm probably going to be switching up between these two. These are going to be kind of my picks. So first of all, I'm going to go with the Hybrid S. So that's going to be one of the ones that I'll be using on my phone on a very regular basis. And I like switching cases really often. And then the other one is going to be the Tough Armor. So these are my two picks for my Note. Which one are yours?